Studio, what he was guilty of is that he had that flash blue light. That's why he was stopped. Because it's illegal to have a blue light unless you're a police car. In any case, what happened is they found a bunch of methamphetamine in his car.
Mm.
Okay, I forgot the exact amount, but it was a large amount. They arrested him, and then they went to his house and found a whole bunch more.
Yeah.
So, in any case, he was eventually sentenced by a judge to 3 years in jail,
Mm-hmm.
and he only served 1 day, and he was out the next day, the very next day. That's ridiculous.
Yes. Yeah, no, they were here. They said, okay, the jail was too full, so he got home with 42 other inmates. One of those being the bookkeeper I was talking about. There was 5 drug dealers. Okay, so we're getting ready to go live on this at Dogo Dogs at 500 South State Street in San Jacinto. So,
Are you picking up mine and Dave's voice without interference from the other person?
okay, so we're here at Dogo Dogs talking to, I'm sorry, would you introduce yourself again?
James, no initial D's and Daniel, Pangrazzi. I
Okay.
don't think there's no issue. But I don't think he's live yet. Oh, okay. But they're not hearing us? Okay. In any case, the reason why I'm here, where's the camera? In any case, should I be turning my head to the left or straight ahead or what? Where's the camera? Okay. Yes, my name is James Pangrazzi. I'm a candidate for Citizens of City Council, and I'm running because this council that we've had for the past 6 years is doing things wrong all the way, including blowing financial reserves of $16,000 to $18,000, depending on who that thousand, excuse me, millions of dollars, depending on who you listen to. Either way, it's a large amount, and it could have been prevented if they didn't give away the money and if they didn't spend it in ridiculous ways that accomplished nothing. So after all these years, we really don't have anything to show for what is the amount of money they spent. And they continue to lie to the public. And the last lies they told was that by Andrew Kudjak was at the State of the City meeting, and he said that the city is doing well, and he gave two examples. And one was the levee project was going to be going through, which is not. We had a meeting on September 13th, which I'll discuss in a minute. And the second thing he lied about was the Cross County Parkway. He said that's going through. But the reality on that is the Cross County Parkway has got a number of lawsuits against them. It's been published in the Press Enterprise. It's not something I'm dreaming up. So, in any case, I'm not running it. No.
Hey, how you guys doing? You're live, buddy.
Yes, that's why I was talking. Sorry, folks, but he didn't know. So, in any case, the lawsuits are by a number of groups, Sierra Club being one of them, and there's a number of other ones. One of them here in Hemet, and until those lawsuits are settled, I doubt very seriously any thing will happen with the Cross County Parkway, like Mr. Kutyak is trying to give you an impression of. So now going back to the levy.
Well, hang on a second, real quick. Since we're going to go ahead and start the show, actually.
Want to reverse?
No, you're fine. Okay. All right, what we're actually doing, ladies and gentlemen, this is that crazy guy with the lazy guy with HemandINews.com, and we are over here at Dogo Dogs, and we are doing a live stream. And we've got a lot of people that's already here. If Ricardo, if you can turn the camera a little bit and show, how many people we have in here, and just, everybody say hi. We are located at 500 South Great Street. You can see we do have some of our viewers here. I want to give a shout out to Jason. He's one of our crazy viewers. He goes up on the mountains and does a lot of crazy stuff on his motorcycle. So, anyways, before I start the show, I want to do some shout outs as well to everybody. I don't know what I did. Can I get my notepad over there, Miss King? We're going to do a little bit of shout outs for a few people in our community, but do want to let everybody know tonight we had a little incident. You're following the post about Steve, the homeless gentleman that we've got. Steve kind of had to go to jail tonight. Riverside County came out. They done what they had to do to get him to move. So he will be out in a little bit, and we got everything took care of. People are watching his stuff, and as well his dogs. So I want to thank you, shout out to Carol for taking care of his two dogs so they're not separated. So they did charge him for trespassing on the county property. Everybody tried to get him to do what he needed to do and get on out. They asked him to get out by 5, or he asked to have by 5, but they wouldn't let him have it. So that's the update on Steve. Anyways, Dogo Dogs, you definitely got to come down and try them, folks. They got some good bomb dogs. Let me see here. Michelle, I think, was one of our viewers. I'm going to put her on the spot, Michelle. Michelle, what did you get tonight?
The crazy nachos.
And how was that crazy nacho?
I've only had one bite, but it's really good. Everything is good here.
So how about the customer service?
I love it.
Can't beat it, huh? And did you tell them who sent you?
Of course.
Who was that?
Crazy guy, the lazy guy.
Well, I appreciate you coming down and joining us in our live stream tonight. And thank you for sharing your input on the food. And I'm pretty sure you're going to go to the post down below and make a comment, show a picture of your crazy dog. Awesome. Well, thank you for coming out, and thank you for enjoying the food. And I know you're going to share this and tell other people, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right, folks, that was Michelle with Facebook. She's one of our faithful followers. So, anyways, I'm going to put this other one here on the spot. So, how's the food tonight? What did you get tonight?
Snort dog.
How was that snort dog? Was it hot?
So was the secret sauce.
Yeah, now I was telling the people about the secret sauce. It's good French fried dipping sauce. It's homemade. She makes it right here, and I'll tell you what, it'll make your tongue slap your mouth, don't it?
Oh yeah.
What did you get tonight, ma'am?
Street tacos. I had al pastor and chicken. Both very good.
Does it beat any other taco shop around here?
Hands down.
And thumbs up, right? Awesome. So would you tell your friends and everybody, hey, come on down to the Dogo Dogs and try their tacos?
Yes, I had my family come down to follow me. I thought I had peace and quiet, but that didn't happen.
Oh, no, you can't leave without it, can you?
No.
Well, make sure that you tell everybody now down below this post. Make sure you like it, share it, and for everybody that shares this, we're going to draw their names, and the winner gets a free Dogo Dog contest or a combo. How's that sound?
Sound good. Took pictures. I will post them on the feed.
Awesome. And you're going to share and like, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, you heard it right here. What was your name? Maggie. I told you I was going to give you a shout out, but I kind of surprised you and done more than a shout out, folks. So you hear it. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We're going to go ahead and get to the show. Oh, man, look at this, folks. Let me look at that right there. Now, that's some tacos. What kind of taco did you get, Jason?
From the store and two asada.
And that dollar taco. You can't beat that.
That's good to eat.
All right, now when you get done eating that, I'm gonna come back to you and find out how good it was. So you see right here, we got everybody out here. Now he's gonna run over. He don't want to get on camera, but we're gonna get him in a little bit, so don't worry about it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We got Jim Pangrazzi going to be voting for San Jacinto City Council over here in San Jacinto, of course. So we're going to go ahead and put him on the camera. I also got Dave Keys with RDK Internet Solutions. We're going to bring that up in a little bit, what he does. So while Jim is talking and telling you what he wants everybody to know and why you should vote for him, here we go. I'm going to go eat me a Dogo Dog while he's doing that. So, folks, this is Eddie George, the crazy guy with the lazy eye. And Carter's over here moving me, making me stick my camera up a little bit, you know. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and get to the show. Everybody welcome Jim Pangrazzi from San Jacinto, running for San Jacinto City Council. All right, Jim, you are on the air. Go ahead. I'm going to give the table to you. And while you bumping your gums, I'm going to be licking my chops and go get me a Sonora dog and a crazy tater. So the table's yours, bro. Tell the community of Hemet, San Jacinto, and the Valley why you should be voted for San Jacinto City Council. It's yours.
Should I start off where I left off or start over again? Over again. Okay. Excuse me. My name is James Pangrazzi. I'm running for the San Jacinto City Council, not the Hemet Council. Okay. Although I do look into Hemet affairs sometimes. But the reason why I'm running is because I don't like, never have liked this way this current council is running the show. To start off, they wasted, depending on who you talk to, $16 to $18 million in a 5-year period. They try to put the blame on everybody else but themselves, including the past council that they took over from. Now, if it wasn't for the past council, they wouldn't have had that money there. So why they're blaming them, I don't know. They do things illegally. The federal government has come down on them. They filed a lawsuit against them. And Mr. Andrew Kutyak said he was going to fight them vigorously, which to me was a stupid statement to begin with. You don't fight the federal government that easy or that hard, because it ain't going to be easy. And they wound up losing the city, of course. And there's been a lot of other things that they've been doing. They've been wasting money on projects that they should have known they couldn't complete. They gave away money when we didn't have money coming in to cover it. And that's absurd, if not ridiculous. They have a problem dealing with the public, which I'm totally against them, and not the public, the council. They criticized a female registered voter and humiliated her when she submitted some figures about the parks that they were closing. By the way, they went around and told everybody there was only 3 parks that they closed. There was actually a 4th one, and I brought it to their attention, and they still kept saying 3. The people around the Ford Park, which is, I believe, Skyview Drive and Ramona Boulevard, okay, did not like what they were doing, and they wound up yanking out the posts with the signs on them to uh, let the kids play. And I am the supporter of kids being allowed to play. Are we doing okay, Eddie? Okay. We had a blank screen there for a minute. Any case, getting back to the parks, they closed the parks. They used the kids as pawns to get the tax that they want. And Crystal Louise tried to bulldoze the citizens into submission by telling them, and she did it at not only a council meeting, but at an event at Historial Mansion with kids present, and she shouldn't have done it, especially with kids present. And she was telling people to put themselves on a diet, put the kids on the diet of mac and cheese so that they can pay the taxes. She also told them, if you don't do it, then you better buy body bags for your kids because the criminals are going to kill them. Now, the statements are bad enough it is amongst the adults. I can't understand her thinking to put that out in front of the kids, you know, but that's her way of doing things. But in any case, getting back to Mr. Andrew Kutyak, who's currently now our mayor, and the way he wrote his candidate statement and the way he's putting up his signs, he's got people thinking that you're going to be re-electing him for mayor, when in fact it actually rotates, which, by the way, I'm against. I think the people should vote in the mayor and not be picked by the council. The council is terrible on picking, which was exhibited in the last council member that they used, took in to replace something wrong, Eddie? Anyways, they took in another person, appointed him council for the city of San Jacinto, and they did no checking on him except that he was voting in their way and thinking. And that is totally wrong because the guy not only had to be told by a judge but, for not paying his bills, but he also was convicted of stealing. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't like the idea of a thief being anywhere connected with the running of the city and the taxpayers' money. And but that don't seem to bother them. That was exhibited with Crystal Louise. In case you didn't know it, she used taxpayers' money to run for the Senate seat, and she didn't pay it back when she filed for bankruptcy. In fact, I got proof that she even bounced the check to one of the county entities, and that was totally wrong. There's no way the taxpayers should have to pay for her running for a Senate seat that she wasn't qualified for to begin with, because she was serving less than 1 year when she ran for that office. But to use her words, she was following a dream. We all have dreams, but we all wind up waking up and smelling the coffee, if not drinking it. Okay. Now, we got 3 seats available for council, and 2 of them are going to be incumbents, which is Andrew Kotyak and Crystal Louise, which I don't advise you to vote for, but most of you already know not to vote for them. Now, the other 2 are Russ Utz and Kenneth Kidby. Kenneth Kidby supported Crystal Louise when she was running for the state senate seat, and that's on his Facebook page. And in case he deletes it, I have a screenshot of it also on my computers. Now, he also is being controlled by special interests. And one of those special interests is Larry Minor. And as you know, a lot of people in this valley don't like him because he controls the city politics and also the valley-wide. So keep that in mind. Now, as far as the rest of this is concerned, uh, I know he was able to use the Hemet, the San Jacinto Chamber of Commerce, which I don't know if he's still a member of, to do fundraisers. So he's got some affiliation there. And I do know for a fact that he has close ties with the current city council. So no matter who you vote for there, the incumbents or the non-incumbents, you're going to wind up with the same thing over and over again. So I'm the only one that doesn't have any special interest ties, money ties of any sort. Uh, when I fight, I usually fight for the people, and that's the way I like to keep it. Because the public always seems to be losing out in the long run, and I believe in the old saying, uh, government is by the people, for the people, not for special interests. And in any case, getting back to the doings of the city council, they've wasted money on this levee project. Um, I don't know the total amount, but I know it's $146,000 more on one thing, and they've been doing this for a long time. How long? Well, let me tell you. The original idea, from what I was told at one of the meetings, Tim Holtz originally thought about this back in 1990, and here we are 26 years later, and the dream still hasn't come true. And that's because the city doesn't have the money. Now, on September 13th, they had a special meeting. The county flood control was there. The city reps were there of the city council, and also the planning commission was there. And they all discussed the matter. And they called in and displayed a few different options that were available. Now, the county flood control said the project is now only going to cost 50 million instead of the 60 million that we were told before. The way they're going to do that is to use the dirt from north of the Ramona Expressway. Well, in order to do that, they're going to have to dig up the topsoil part, put it aside, dig out the dirt, and then put the topsoil back in place. Boy, this fly just don't want to leave me alone. So, in any case, they're supposedly going to save 10 to 20 million dollars on that. But here's the catcher: 25. It used to be Riverside County started off offering somewhere around 7 million, went to 11 million, then went to 20 million, and at the September 13th meeting, they upped the ante to 25 million. Well, 25 million from 50 million is 25 million dollars, and they were discussing it, how they can possibly raise that money, which I strongly disagree with. They brought in a special attorney from BB&K that they have a contract with, and he told the city that they could possibly uh, save some money from buying the property and giving credit to a new CFD. So it would be right now. There's two CFDs. This one would create a third one, and they would have to issue bonds to raise the money. Uh, Now, first of all, let me backtrack a second here. In order to get approval on the CFD things, they would have to put the vote before the voters, because the law requires anytime that you have 12 or more participants in a CFD, you have to put it up for vote to the voters. Okay, getting back on the bond issue, uh, that, to my knowledge, would require a taxation. The reason why, and this is my personal opinion, okay, the reason why is that you have to show a continuous form of income in order to cover the payback of the bonds. And as you know, it wasn't too long ago, the city was claiming they were going bankrupt and they didn't have the money. So they don't have the revenue to show to back the bonds. And that's the reason why I believe they're going to have to institute taxes. Whether they do or not, I don't know. It hasn't been disclosed yet. So here we go. The city's going round and round again, trying to fulfill this dream that they've had. Yes, it would be beneficial. I don't like the idea of a levy because they've been known to break. In fact, the Army Corps of Engineers has a saying: there are levees that have broken, and there are levees that are going to be broken. And if that levee breaks, like back in 1980, there's a lot of people going to be flooded out, if not losing their lives over. As it was in 1980, we lost a lot of animals, but not a lot of humans, thank God. So there you go on those two subjects. They also try to create a roundabout on the Five Corners, and that was totally ridiculous. They tried to cite Scott Miller, Andrew Kotyak especially, uh, tried to cite that has worked in other places. And I tried to bring out to them, but they totally ignored that some places it didn't work out. In La Jolla, California, which is in San Diego County, it didn't work out because there was major problems with the businesses over there that it was interfering with. And there was people that were driving up on the curb because they couldn't handle the turn for one reason or another. Now here in Riverside County, they have roundabouts. One's in controversial in Riverside, and they've had people get killed on those roundabouts. Now recently, I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's in Ventura County, a fireman lost his life when he hit the curb, and the truck turned over, the fire engine, that is. And so it shows that those roundabouts could be dangerous, and they're not as good as they're trying to lead the public to believe. So I should be turning this way towards the camera. Sorry, folks, but camera was in a different place earlier. In any case, the roundabout shouldn't be put at the Five Corners. It's totally ridiculous. Now, they also wanted to spend money because of Alonzo Ledesma urging about the renovation of downtown. Now, I'll be the first one to agree that that'd be nice, but I'd be the last one to agree that we could do it. Uh, they took a survey of the businesses. The businesses told them that they were willing to let it happen, but their problem is they couldn't afford it and they wouldn't be able to pay for it. So that means you, the taxpayers, would have to pay the bill for it. Where is that money going to come from? They don't have it in the general fund, okay? And it's totally a waste of money. Now they did a blunderous idea with this JPA thing, which stands for Joint Powers Authority, and that would involve creating our own fire department instead of Cal Fire. Well, they went into this not doing their homework once again, okay? And they didn't do their homework on the levy either, but I got off of that subject, so let me stick with the JPA. The JPA, in order to have it, uh, they would have to have a fire station downtown, and that is because Cal Fire won't share their fire stations, and we don't have a fire station downtown. So that's the number one thing that we have to get. The second thing is they didn't do their homework on consulting with LAFCO. The JPA involves the Idlewild Fire District. Anytime you're talking about the districts and doing things with them, you have to get LAFCO okay. Rush Lutz didn't think we did, neither did the council, but they found out they were wrong. They said they don't do their homework. Now the other thing is, in order to have your own fire department, you have to have a dispatch service. Idlewild doesn't have a dispatch service, so they tried to get a dispatch service, and they had about a whole list that would fill up an 8.5 by 11 pages of services they tried to get and couldn't get. One was as far as away, which I couldn't believe, was North San Diego dispatch service, which is in San Diego County. What is a dispatcher, if they got them, what is a dispatcher in North San Diego County going to know about San Jacinto or Hemet if they have to be using Hemet? It's totally ridiculous the way they think. And so I did some investigation on my own, and to the surprise of the fire chief and the police department chief in Hemet, and also some city council members, I disclosed that San Jacinto still has its radio frequencies. There's three of them. Two of them for public safety, and one of them for public works. However, we don't have any dispatchers, so they would have to incur some dispatchers. Now, when they went to the city of Hemet for dispatch services, instead of being first on the list, they were last on the list. And consequently, by doing that, they asked the uh, Hemet and fire chief and also the police chief for ability to handle the dispatch services. But it turned out that they would be in short supply of time in order to conduct that. So the short deal of it is that they were turned down. Now they got 1 year. Well, when they were having the conference on this, or I should say the council meeting on this, Cal Fire showed up, and so did Idlewild show up, and they discussed all this. Now, being that they didn't have it, they were in conflict with themselves. They had already approved a JPA with the Idlewild Fire Department, but they didn't have anything in place. So I brought it to the city clerk's attention that there was some confusion going on here because who was going to provide us with fire protection until they could operate? And they found their errors, and they gave Cal Fire a 1 year contract. Now, to get all the things that we need is going to take longer than 1 year. I can bet you on that. And what they need to do is get their acts together and do their homework. They got to decide how they're going to do this. Now, Kutyak, with his brain of scheming, said all we got to do is set up a mobile trailer for the firefighters to be in while they're on duty down there. But that's a hell of a way to live for the duration of when it's going to build a fire station. The fire station, you're going to have to get a grant for that. It's going to cost some money in addition to the grant, and you're going to have a good sized piece of property. So in the meantime, we're caught between a rock and a hard place. They originally wanted to eliminate downtown fire engine, and I totally was against that. They claim that 80% of the calls are for medical, not fire. Well, that's fine. What about the 20%? Are we supposed to tell them to go to hell? That would be ridiculous. And let me get a sip of my soda here with my tonsils. And the part of town that gets hit the most with structural fires is the downtown area or east part of San Jacinto. So that's ridiculous. Luckily, they got away when they closed Station 78 on the west side because we don't have many structural fires over there. But there was a lot of people that complained that needed medical attention, and they had to come from a long ways away. And here again, they tried to get the west side to go along with the tax plan that didn't work by using the kids as pawn and using the people who need medical attention as pawns. But it all didn't work. Now, when they ran this tax thing, there was a group of us, male and female, worked together to stop it the first time around. That was Measure CC. Okay. Now, when that failed, they tried to come up with Plan B. Plan B was totally illegal. I suspected so. And I, by myself, oh, first of all, let me tell you, Plan B constituted John Norman, president of the San Jacinto Unified School District, uh, creating a petition to put it on the ballot again. And I fought it by getting into the law books by myself. Crystal Ruiz, for some reason, thinks Steve DeMemo was involved, but he wasn't. Did it all by myself. And I found out, getting into the law books, they were violating two laws, not one, but two. I took it to the city clerk with the paperwork, who in turn told me that I needed to take it to the Register of Voters, Register of Voters, which is Rebecca Spencer. And I went there with a friend of mine as a witness, and she met with us, with her witness, which is, maybe it's Artinko, deputy to the Register of Voters. She read the papers just like the city clerk did, and she wasn't aware of them, these laws, so she said it had to go to the county attorney. So I said, okay, fine, go ahead, make some copies. And they submitted to the county attorney. Now, the county attorney wouldn't tell me what was going on because he was claiming client privilege, attorney-client privilege. But I did find out from my other sources that both the city attorney and the county attorney had a difference of opinion. And so the petition got squashed by them covering it up with bad signatures. And they couldn't even come up with the right amount of numbers because I got the right amount of numbers from Rebecca Spencer, the Register of Voters. So here they are, trying to do something illegal again. Now, that's not the only time they did anything illegal, let me tell you, because I know from past experience. I've been a community activist for over 6.5 years. That's how I know. And in this particular instance, they violated the law not once, but twice. The city attorney, who was supposed to be a impartial advisor in the election, turned out to be partial, and I criticized him in front of the whole city council and the public on it. But like I said, this is not the first time. Years back, I went to the senior center, and I got pretty well known there. Like I said, I was a community activist for 6.5 years. The seniors and the disabled people came to me because they knew that I go to the city council meetings and fight them on different things. they asked me to fight for them about the community center, which the city refused to give the name senior center. But that's the minor point. The major point is the facility was not in compliance with ADA laws. Here again, I went into the law books. Now here, I did not do this by myself. I had a woman that is an ADA advocate by the name of Ruthie Goldcorn. And the city attorney tried to deny he knew anything about her, but Tim Holtz, knowing how I am with bringing up the truth, acknowledged he knew who she was. Now she directed me as to where to go, what to look for, and how to find the laws that applied for ADA, meaning for the American Disability Act, and applies to the disabled people at the senior center, otherwise known as the community center. I then went to the Riverside Law Library because that's where they had the books that apply. Ruthie Gocorn advised me to go there. There are some other places, but none of the libraries here in this San Jacinto Valley have those books. So while I was there, Scott Miller, who works for the county in Riverside, spotted my truck. And lo and behold, when we had a council meeting, he let everybody know that he spotted me there. Well, that worked out to my favor. I couldn't have anybody telling me I was a liar. Okay? Because I was there. And like I said, looking up the laws. And I did get the laws. And I presented them to the council and the city. And they corrected some things, not all the things. I couldn't press the issue any further because they wound up closing the community center until they decided to open it up for the FSA. But now that's FSA's responsibility. I can't oversee them. But in any case, I can go on and on and on, and I'm probably boring you by now with all these facts. But you need to know these facts so that you can vote wisely. Okay? In any case, what I'm asking you to do is when you vote, whether it be mail-in ballot or actually going to the polls, that you vote for James Pangrazzi only. And the reason why I say that is if you vote for any of the other candidates, whether they're incumbents or not, you are effectively washing out the vote that you're casting for me. So to make my vote stronger, I'm asking you to vote for James Pangrazzi. So now let me leave you with one last thought, two last thoughts. Number one, like I said, I don't have any special interests. I rely on people making some donations, and when I say people, I'm talking about the public. No businesses have contributed to my fund. Yes, I laid out some of my own money as usual on it because I feel deeply what I believe in. So if you have any donations you would like to send to me, you can send it to 408 South Kirby Street, Kirby, in San Jacinto, zip code 92582. Now, if you have any questions for me, you can call me on my home phone number, which is 951 537 7445. Okay, and one thing I left out that you should understand too, this council doesn't like the public disagreeing with them, so they either harass them or humiliate them. And there's been a few people that fall into that category of being harassed and humiliated. And my friend Eddie here knows that I like jalapenos. He brought me some. So,
There you go,
okay.
Jim. Go ahead, get
Thank,
you one, brother.
thank you. As soon as I finish talking, I will.
Now, I'll tell you what, you want one.
So, any case, and I'm almost finished. But in any case, they've been harassing, humiliating.
There you go.
Now, oh, thank you.
Never leave home with that one.
Yeah. And
It's like a green card. You never leave
there
home
you
without
go.
it.
Look what Eddie gave me. So, any case, I think I was harassed the second worst of all of them. They, there was a female that was harassed and humiliated. It shouldn't have been, and I took note of that and I put it in their faces. I was harassed and humiliated not only at the council meeting but at home, where they painted. I repeat, painted graffiti on my truck. I took pictures of it and brought it to the council meeting, and I told them once again, you're not going to be able to humiliate me or harass me into submission. Okay? And that didn't seem to work because one of their supporters on Facebook sent me a private message telling me that I'm an old man and an old grouch and shouldn't be going to the council meetings, and I don't like the council meetings. I should get the hell out of San Jacinto. I consider that a threat, and I think Eddie, when I told him about it, he considered it a threat also. So, in any case, that's what they do. Now, the one that really got harassed the most and more than me would be Steve the Memo. He was on the council back, I believe it started in 2008, if I remember correctly, or 2000. Yeah, he got elected in 2008, and he was on the old city council and he was on this new city council. The city did not like him. I had differences with his opinions and his ideas as well as they did, but I respected his right to have an opinion, and the city should have also. But the truth bothered them just like it bothers them with me. Okay? And the city had a friend at the Valley Chronicle. That was the late reporter for the Valley Chronicle, Charlie Ham. And the city made a number of charges against Steve the Memo that were false. And I'd like to tell you that to this date, Steve the Memo had not been called into a court of law, my understanding. I don't find them in the court records like I do the other council members. Now, they filed a complaint with the FPPC, and that stands for Fair Political Practice Commissions here in the state of California. The FPPC came back and said Steve the Memo was innocent of all charges. He came down to the council with the letter that they wrote him. He read the letter to him. They tried to stop him, saying it was going over 3 minutes. And one person for the audience, as well as a couple others, were saying that it let him speak his piece. You guys charge him, let him clear himself. And I repeat, the FPPC found him innocent. So all these bogus charges were nothing more than harassment towards him. And I take my hat off to him to be able to put up with it and whatnot. But I know what it's like because of what I went through. So, in closing, I would say vote for me, James D. Pangrazzi, and make it your only vote for the San Jacinto City Council. Okay? That means I would have more of a chance to get in. And you need me to get in because I'm the only one that fights the city or the city council. I don't take harassment. I don't give in to harassment, I should say. And I don't take any BS from them. So, okay, Eddie, I'm done for now.
All right, that was Jim Pangrazzi running for. Okay, Jim, we do have some questions now. We do have, ladies and gentlemen, we got Lori Kane monitoring our chats for us. And we do have a question that somebody's asking. If you do have questions you want to ask Jim, go ahead and just click on your chat thing there. Ask your question, and we'll ask Mr. Jim and let him answer it for you. So the first question we have is,
what is your position on the fire and EMS services in the city of San
What is my position on a fire? What?
What's your position on fire and EMS services in the city of San Jacinto? In recent years, the service has dwindled with reduced equipment and staff, will further reduce service levels.
Why reduce it? My answer to that is hell no.
The same with law enforcement.
in other words, he's wanting to ask you, what is your opinion on the fire and EMS services in the city of, scroll it back up, I can't read it. Okay, in the service of the city of San Jacinto in recent years of the services that has been divided, reduced the equipment and their staff. A JPA will further reduce the service levels. So what's your opinion on that?
The service levels have already been reduced, not by me, that's for sure, but by the city council. They closed up Station 78, which is on the west side, and I was against that. But they didn't listen to me. They have now claiming they reopened Station 78, but that's misleading. It's not fully reopened. They have in there not the fire truck that we have available to us, because we own two of them. Okay, one's a 1989, the other one's a 2005 fire engine. Instead, they're putting in Station 78 a squad truck from Cal Fire.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is not good enough. We need to have two fire trucks, two fire engines in the city of San Jacinto. Okay? Yes, you're right, Eddie. We need more than that. But I'm talking about as a minimum that we can afford. Here's the reason why. There was a number of fires on the east side, structural fires. They had to call in help from not only Hemet, but Beaumont and Menifee. We eventually have to pay for those services. But in the meantime, about the cost of property that we lose, or the lives that we lose in these fires. To me, you can't put a price tag on that. You know, that's my strong belief. So eventually, I'd like to see us get our own fire department and our own fire station downtown in order to do that, and for us to be on our own. Now, as far as the police part of it, back in 2011, when we had money to do it, Steve DeMemo put a proposal before the city council to have our own police department. And I seen a minor flaw in it, and I asked to be able to make a presentation on it to prove my point. But Scott Miller told me that he had enough information, you don't need any more, and they voted on it. And lo and behold, to my surprise, they turned it down. Now, in 2013, he appeared before the Hemet City Council telling them and the public that they ought to do away with their police and fire and go to county because they're doing wonderful in San Jacinto. In any case, I wound up speaking up at the next meeting, and I was vehemently opposing what Scott Miller had told him. Scott Miller can't even handle his own personal finances because he had to be told by a judge not once but twice to pay his bills. And he could not control the outflow of money in San Jacinto. So he's not qualified. But in any case, that's where I stand on the two issues. Now, what's your next question?
Would you support staying with the county service or create your own fire department?
Right now, we have no choice but to stay with CAL FIRE because we can't go to our own fire department. I would love for us to go to our own fire department. I would love for us to go to our own police department. But right now, because of the city council that we have, we can't do it. We're going to have to look for grants on a number of different things, such as the fire station, the radio system, and now we even have to look for grants for a library because right now we don't have any library to speak of. Technically, yes, we do. It's in the east wing of downtown City Hall, but that is so small it's ridiculous. So we are hurting for money all the way around to accomplish our own fire department, our own police department, thanks to our current city council. That could have been avoided if they would have listened in the past to what they were saying. So, hope I answered your question. If not, rephrase it in a way that I can better understand it, and I'll be glad to answer to it. Okay, what's your next question? That's it?
Thank you, you too.
What are the benefits of creating your own public safety department?
What are the things?
What are your benefits of creating your own public safety departments?
Better things.
What are the benefits?
Oh, the benefits of having your own police and fire department are as follows. Number one, you just like Hemet, you would have control over it. With the Cal Fire and the County Fire Department, you do not have control. They dictate the prices to you, and you either accept or refuse it. Well, you can't refuse it if you don't have something to replace it with. The,
Jim.
yes. Oh, there we go. I guess we had some technical difficulties. Sorry for that. And the other benefits is you have control over it. You can tell them what you want done, when you want it done. You can tell them the cost that you have available to them. Whereas with CAL FIRE, you can't do that. With Riverside County, you can't do that. So is that the last question, or is there more?
I got a question for you, Jim Pangrazzi.
Okay, fire away.
I want to know what you think about.
Okay.
But this is a Hemet though. Tell me about what you think on it because we want everybody's opinion.
Okay, like Eddie George said, this is in Hemet, not San Jacinto. I want to make that clear in case you didn't not hear him. This has to do with the criminals in this valley and law enforcement officers. This, in my opinion, will not cure the problem that we have of these criminals roaming the streets. This was exhibited in this article that appeared in the Desert Sun. And I believe his name was Brett, something I can't read it without my reading glasses.
I had a good day.
No, I got my reading glasses on, of course. I want to get the name for you so you know who he is and what you should read. And I'll be reposting it on Facebook. This article was so well written that the Hemet police chief posted it on Facebook because he liked it so much. However, he posted it in the public section of the Facebook and not onto the pages, different pages of Facebook that exist in this valley. Now, the name of the reporter is Brett Kelman of the Desert Sun. The other reporter that sheds light on the situation is another very good reporter for the Press Enterprise, and I like him very well because of the facts that he shares with us, and that is Jeff Horseman. I repeat, Jeff Horseman for the Press Enterprise. Now, on this article, it tells you what's going on with the jail system and the criminals. Okay? I'm not going to read the whole thing to you because I know you ain't got the time, and you can read it on your own convenience. But I am going to give you the one example. A guy by the name of Zamuro, or whatever his name was, he got arrested. They originally, Abraham Zamudio, in case he got pulled over for having a blue light, which is illegal. And they got permission to search his car, and they found a whole bunch of methamphetamines in his car. So, of course, they arrested him, took him to jail. When they went to his house, they found a whole bunch more. So, in any case, he eventually pleaded guilty because he seen that the evidence was going to convict him anyhow. And the judge gave him 3 years in jail. I repeat, 3 years in jail. He served 1 day, I should say 1 night, okay, and the following morning, he was released from jail with a 3-year jail sentence. Now, they give some other examples here, and like I said, I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. But there's new terminology out, folks, that you need to become acquainted with. And it's called the Fed kick. Fed kick, or they use it as plural, Fed kicks. 2 reporters acknowledged that there is a federal court order not only on the state but on the county of Riverside. And the one that applies here, the judge said every criminal or prisoner must have his own bed. So if there's no beds available, they got to kick somebody out in order to bring somebody in. But the situation is getting so bad, I'm waiting for the jails to be like the motels. They'll be hanging signs that light up at night so police officers can see it from a distance saying no vacancy. Sounds like a joke, but it's pretty close to reality. So if you believe in Measure U, vote for it if you like, but I don't believe you should believe the garbage that's being put out there that it's going to be a quick cure, because they, number one, got to get passed, and if they get it passed, they got to get the money. It takes about a year before you get the money from the Board of Equalization, I believe they call it. And that is the ones that handle the sales tax dollars. You can't go out and buy something if you don't have the money unless you borrow it. That means whatever you're buying is going to be more expensive because you got to pay interest on it.
So you gonna loan him the money?
Sure.
I know you made out of money, Jim, because if I had your money, I'd burn mine.
No, you wouldn't. You give it to Laurie.
No, she's got enough money.
Yeah. So, in any case, let me give you an example. Even when they can hire the officers, if you had 50 or 100 officers, they're looking for 40. So we'll just stick to Hemet and go with their figures. They're looking for 40 more officers. You got 40 more officers, and let's say one day they all got lucky and made a clean arrest, and they took them to jail.
got lucky. They're in Hemet. That ain't hard to do.
Where are you going to put them? So they're back out on the street again. And I wouldn't be surprised if organized crime or Las Vegas started taking bets on who's going to return to the city first, the police officer or the criminal. You know?
Don't make me choke, my friend.
Eddie's having a difficult time eating. That's the first time seeing that for me.
Sure, I know, right?
So, folks, don't get your hopes up on this Measure U. Because, like I said, if it passes, it's not going to be the cure. We got to get more jails. And the only way you're going to do that is get the council as well as yourself against the board of supervisors and protest that these jails need to be completed. Now, there's a jail in Indio that both Jeff Horseman and this guy Brett Kelman say that it's supposed to be open next year. However, Jeff Horseman says the beginning of next year, which is 2017, which is right around the corner. However, Sheriff Stan Smith, who joined in a conversation of ours on Facebook, said it's going to be open in 2018. Now, one thing he agrees with us on is that there's no funds allocated to pay the employees and the sheriffs that would have to man the jail. By the way, there's another hidden benefit to this Indio jail expansion. If the Indio jail expansion goes through, there will be 400 new jobs. I repeat, 400 new jobs. That consists of not only that he's gawking at me. You may not get it.
Folks, he got excited over here and broke the microphone.
Yeah, I did get excited. That's my fault. And Eddie caused it because he was.
What? Don't blame me. You guys are the crazy guys, man.
Yeah, he was gawking at me when he heard me say 400 new jobs. As you can see, that's nothing to sneeze at, right?
Right.
There you go. Hey, case.
So they're gonna have more. They're gonna have 400 more jobs here in Hemet.
Not in Hemet,
Where?
in Indio.
So in Indio.
Yes. But they hire from all over the county.
Oh.
So people in Hemet could apply for the jobs and get them if they're qualified.
How can we get jobs here in Hemet?
In Hemet, that's up to the Hemet City Council. I don't want to tell them what to do because I'm not in that city.
Got it.
Okay? And it'd be another question if we were talking about San Jacinto. I got solutions for that, although some people don't approve of them. So, but that's besides the point. Speaking of Hemet, a while back, what's his name? Robert Youssef and what's her name again? My mind is going crazy.
More taco, sir?
Not right now, thank you. I get it later. But thank you for the offer.
You're welcome, sir.
I got some gentlemen around me trying to feed me food. Okay. Linda Kruper. Linda Kruper and Robert Youssef got in a spat a while back. Linda Kruper wants more, better, and bigger stores in Hemet.
Scoot over a little bit so I can get at the camera, man. Don't think I'm getting fresh for you because I ain't
I'm keeping my eye on you because I heard about you. The crazy guy with the lazy eye. So, in any case, they got into a dispute. Linda Kruper wanted more stores, bigger stores, and Robert Youssef came back with a very logical answer, which I strongly agree with. You're not going to get the larger and better stores here in this valley, or in that case, they were talking about Hemet, unless the average income went up. Now, that dispute took place a few years back. And lo and behold, nobody has done anything to my knowledge on raising the income here. San Jacinto stands the best chance because their average income is a little higher than Hemet. But even still, it's not high enough. So there you go. Any more questions?
I got a question.
No, I'm not going to marry you.
Oh, like I say, I'm not even going to go there, folks. I'm going to be nice about that.
Leave my soda alone, goddammit.
I'm moving it out of your way. If you had too much, you're going to be feeling like a bag of cow.
That's good. That gets rid of all the virus and germs you're giving me.
Well, you live in San Jacinto. Hey, you probably
Thank
give
God.
them to me. But, no, I do want to go ahead and start closing the show, I guess. Jim basically answered everybody's questions. If you do have questions after you view this live stream, they're afterwards, after we're done, you can also comment below, and Jim will be following the comments, and we'll be one happy to answer these questions thereafter as well. So, we want to let everybody know what's going on, what Jim has to say. We're going to be interviewing all the campaigners out here that is wanting to get on the news and talk. What's wrong, Lori? What? You been talking? Hold on, folks. Lori's trying to whisper something.
Well, while they're doing that, I'll reiterate what I said before. Vote for James Pangrazzi. It's the only name that's Italian on the ballot. And if you have a hard time remembering that, just remember, in pizza, there's two Z's. In my name, there's two Z's also. And we're both delicious.
I'm going to close the microphone on that one, folks. I'm not even going there with a 10-foot pole. But,
Your face is turning red.
no, it's getting ready to turn green.
Yes.
Oh, Dave, what's wrong over there, Dave? Everybody's wondering who this guy is sitting over here. Well, I'm going to tell you that in a minute. I got a few more sponsors over here. If you'll swap seats over there, Mr. Ricardo. I do want to give a shout out to Dogo Dogs over here located at 500 South State Street. There's some real good food out here. I tell you, I'm getting ready to tear into the Sonora dog and getting ready to tear into this crazy tater. You're going to see a crazy guy with a lazy eye eating a crazy potato from Dogo Dogs, folks.
Yeah, you want one?
Yeah.
All right.
Let him know it's for
a
you.
combo.
You just want the with no bacon though, right?
Right. You
Yeah.
remember it pretty good.
Just let it.
Than Eddie.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, folks, while he's ordering his Sonora dog without no bacon on, I'm gonna be finishing this one. But I do. Everybody wants to know who this crazy guy with the lazy eye partner over here is, sitting over here eating with me. I want to introduce everybody to Dave Keys. Give a quick shout out for him. Dave Keys runs, as you see up here, RDK Internet Solution. We're going to pop his ad up on the screen. Anybody needs websites, folks, this is the man with a keyboard in his hand. And he can design anything and everything you want.
Who's the crazy potato?
Hey, now the crazy guy with lazy eye got two crazy potatoes. Who's this for?
I don't know.
Oh.
You got a crazy potato?
Go ask him who this is for.
You got a crazy potato?
We got this one right here. We're going to do the demo
There you go.
on.
He wants one.
There you go, Mr. Keys. Say thanks to Mr. Mark over there at Dogo Dogs. Now, I'm going to tell you now, Bubba.
You want a fork and
We,
knife?
Jim, you can just go have a cancer stick. We're going to vote no on Measure O, folks. Well, no, Measure 59, is it? The one that say no to huh?
56.
56. Okay, no to 56. Save it alive. No more cigarettes for you, bro, because you're going to have to pay $2 more per pack.
And so will you.
No, I ain't, because I'm
So
going to quit.
will Lori.
No, because I'm going to quit smoking when it gets that dang high. I tell you what.
It ain't going to pass.
Well, if it does pass, I'm moving out because Lori's going to be so grumpy when she don't have a cigarette. No, she wakes up in the mornings. I ain't dealing with her. She's already ill when she gets up. Not having a cigarette's going to be 10 times worse.
I might find her crawling into my bed.
You might be finding her crawling in under your house. But, folks, anyways, Dave Keys with RDK Internet Solutions. Dave, can you tell me a little bit of, give them a quick couple minutes shout out, let them know what you do. I want to say thanks for Dave. You've been a big help and a good sponsor with Hemet News, folks. If it wasn't for Mr. Keys, the community would not have what we have today. Dave is a guy that actually got a lot of faith in Hemet News. He's seen what we actually have to offer the community and knows how it can benefit the community. And thanks to Dave, that's how we have the equipment that we have today. We would have had more equipment if it wasn't stolen by some of our competitors, that runs different news groups. I'm not going to mention no names, but, we had some camera equipment that he bought, as you see the camera that I use. Thank you to Dave that purchased that for us to bring you the news. And we had some other cameras that was supposed to have been returned back once the people was removed from our group, and they refused to bring it back. So therefore, we got a couple stolen cameras out there that's taking pictures for you. So shout out to you. Hope it does you good. But Dave has also helped us with our new studio. I want to, number one, say thank you for that, Dave. Everybody's been, we talking about this measure. Where did I do with my son here, everybody's been saying, Measure U, Measure E has been actually bought out by the Hemet Police Department. They say Hemet Police has been paying Hemet News to promote Measure E and Measure U. And that's how we're getting our studio. That's not how we're getting our studio, folks. Get the facts before you bump your gums. We doing this for Hemet Police is because we support our community, and I think that's what we need in our community. We need more police officers out here, plain and simple. Who are you going to call if we don't have enough officers? I put out that video. If you'll go on our YouTube and search for, the Elkin Devonshire gang-related shooting where we had over, all 22 officers out there, and we were so short-handed that there was another incident happen across town, and they had to dispatch the fire department out there to handle the incident because we had no police. So, what are we going to do? We need to vote for Measure U is what we're going to do. So that's why we promote Measure U, not because the police pays us off. How we get our studio and everything is thanks to David Keys. He's going into partnership with us, and he's helping us bring what we need to do to the community. So, Dave, I really appreciate what you do for this community and how you're supporting and helping Hemet News. And that's why we always support and promote you as well, and telling everybody what you do as a service that will help you. So go ahead and just, let us know what you do, and if they need your services, how they can contact you. I'm going to give you the mic.
No, ahorita viene para atrás.
Man, I tell you what, this guy. Oh, it's the bomb, bro. But I gotta have my bacon.
Yeah.
Where do you go?
So it's catch a stick.
Hey, but again, we are talking about Tim Pangrazzi here, All right, well, go ahead, Dave. You got the table. So, RDK Internet Solutions, pop it up on the screen again, and what Dave tell you? What do you got?
Okay, basically, if you're setting up a website that's going to be a store or something to showcase any artistic values that you've got, whether it's music or drawings that you've done digitally, something that you want to sell, I'll help you showcase that and set up a shopping cart so that people can purchase it, and you can end up with more money in your pocket. we've got to find a nice way for all of us in business to have more money in our pocket because of the web. When I first got into computers, all it was, to a large degree, was some place to put your recipes.
Sorry about that. We was talking with the chef.
Yes, actually, maybe that was maybe what you were doing was filing the recipes for Dogo Dogs, right?
No, I was trying to steal the recipe from the Crazy Tater.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we're trying to RDK Software Solutions is finding a new way to file.
Oh, whoa, I gotta interrupt you. Lord Kingsville is still my Dogo Dog, folks. I already got only one bite out of this dog. Look how much I got left. Out of one bite out of my Dogo Dog, man. Girl. Oh, man, I can't believe
You want a Dogo Dog?
No, I want a Dogo Dog. She can finish my Dogo Dog. I can't believe this, man, Lord
It's
Kingsville.
some good stuff, huh?
It's so good, folks. She tries to steal my dog. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so if you own a business and you want to showcase your or you want to showcase your artistic capabilities, contact me at rdksoftware.com.
You say that was rdksoftware.com?
Yeah, .com. Yes.
Stab you. Folks, you seen that? That's on camera right there. Ricardo,
Yeah.
you better do your job or we better get your mama. How can they call you? What's that number? 951 588
48.
Say that one more time, please.
You're the one that said it, so why don't you say it again?
I don't want to repeat myself, but I will,
95.
folks.
Okay.
951 588 4802. Tell them who sent you. The crazy guy with the lazy eye. Are you done?
Right now, yes.
Well, I'll tell you what. I know.
Well, how you guys doing, ladies and
Wait,
gentlemen?
give me my microphone, man. Lori's over here trying to steal my Dogo Dog, and you trying to steal my microphone. I tell you what, folks. There's another one we're gonna pop up on the screen. 5-star detailing, man. That's you, ain't it?
Yeah.
Ricardo, man. Oh,
That's me.
huh? That's fine. It'll pop up everywhere on the screen. But, you know, if you look right here, right there. Yeah, that's it right there. 5-star detailing. What do you do, man? What do you detail?
I detail from cars, SUVs, motorcycles, bikes, scooters. You know.
Lori K. I swear. Folks, hang on a second. God dang, man. Now she's stealing my Crazy Tater. Man. I'm going to
You
get
need a
you.
fork with that?
She's fixing to get this with that right there.
Oh, she got another fork.
Dave, I don't know what I'm going to do. You better leave me some of that Crazy Tater. Here. Eat that jalapeno with it, too.
Well, what did you expect to happen? Reality news. It's going to have a reality to it.
I'm going to turn around and turn the camera on this lady over here eating this Dogo Dog. How is that Dogo Dog? Is it good? Ricardo, get up a second, turn that camera over and let her tell everybody. This is reality. This is, you know, we're trying to get everybody to tell us how these dogs are. How are you tonight, ma'am? You look like you're doing good.
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
So how did you find out about Dogo Dogs?
My mom's coworker brought us here a while ago.
Really? I bet they liked it, didn't they? So they came home and told you about it, and then I got to go down and check it out.
Pretty much.
Awesome. Well, this is Ricardo right here. He's another crazy guy with a straight eye. I'm the crazy guy with a lazy eye, and this is just a plain out simple crazy guy. But so what kind of dog did you get?
The Sonora.
The Sonora, the one that's got the pepper and the bacon, right?
Yeah, it's
Chirana. Yeah.
like.
I'm a redneck. I can't pronounce that Mexican food or the Mexican peppers. So would you tell everybody else about this place?
I don't really know what else to say it's a really good hot dog place.
No, I mean, would you tell your friends and everybody to come up?
Yeah, I've already actually brought people here.
Awesome. Do you follow Hemet News on Facebook?
I just started.
Just started. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad that you're following us, and we're going to bring you out here a lot more. Make sure you tell your friends and family. Crazy guy with lazy eye syndrome.
Got it, thank you.
All right. Ladies, that's one of our customers out here. I just popped a question on her. She didn't even know I was going to put her on camera, so. Well, she did leave me a little bit of my crazy tater over here. What? Well, Rusley Life, you know what? That's your opinion. And nothing professional about it. Well, you know what? That's fine. We don't get paid to be professional. We're just people out here to let everybody know what's going on. I don't have to be professional and let the community know about our places. We don't have to be professional to go out and bust our ass for you and spend our money and everything and spend gas to go out and get you the news while you sitting on your keyboard being a keyboard bully. So, you know, hey, if you want me to be professional, pay me, we'll do it professionally for you. Until then, hey, this is Redneck News with a crazy guy with a lazy eye. We bring it to you as it happens in any crazy form of fashion. So, I mean, I do still appreciate your support. Thanks for tuning in anyway. Hey, this is just reality. We bring it to you the way we want to do it.
Live and raw.
Live and raw and crazy as hell, right?
Yeah.
So, but anyways, Ricardo, tell me to go ahead and talk about your services and what you do.
Pretty much.
For me. I want to eat my thing.
How you guys doing today? This is Ricardo Ruelas, reporting for HemetINews.com. And yes, I am a volunteer for Hemet Eye News. And again, Dave, we appreciate you, helping us out with all this equipment and stuff. So, what I do pretty much, I detail cars. Like I said, SUVs, motorhomes, motorcycles, even scooters, like, senior citizens driving those scooters. And I take care of all that type of work. So you can give me a call, 909-258-1924, or you can go on Facebook and look up 5 Stars Detailing and just join my group. I'll add you, and once you're added, you can share my groups, my pages and stuff, and I'll hook you up. You get Hemet News discount. Yeah.
What's that? You going to charge them double?
I'll charge them double. I do boats and motorhomes, shoes. There you
You
go.
read my mind, bro. Oh, man, there we go. Here, get that side. Stop and do that. But anyways, folks, contact Ricardo. Let him give me your phone number, Ricardo.
Yeah, my number again is 909-258-1924. This is Ricardo here, reporting for HemetINews.com.
Well, Ricardo,
Where are we at, Ricardo?
Oh, we're right here at Dogo Dogs. Come on down to Dogo Dogs.
and tell him who?
And tell them the crazy guy with lazy eye, Lori King, Chris, David, who's that
John
married guy?
Strangus.
John Strangus,
Gary Williams,
Gary Rainwater, and we got Robert Carter,
Robert Carter with
and
Safety Incident.
and we have what's his name? Grant
Westbrook. Hey man,
Yeah,
if you
we-
want to know
we can.
anything about meat or get some good meat, go down to Winko's, man. Ask for Grant Westbrook. He'll take good care of you.
Yeah.
Tell the crazy guy with lazy eye syndrome.
There you go.
We got another one coming up, one of our good sponsors. Hey, I've noticed a lot of times here in Hemet, we've been having a lot of auto accidents. I mean, how many accidents have you responded to and done reports on, Ricardo?
I done at least me personally. I done maybe about 27 of them. And you know who's really good with this? Nagger Laws.
Oh, wait, what's his name? Joshua Nagar.
That guy.
Attorney at law. You get hurt in auto accidents, not your fault. Give him a call.
Yeah.
And what's that number, folks? It is 951-287-8518. Wait a minute. What was that number again, Ricardo?
951-287.
No, it's not. Yeah, wait. Yeah, it is, too.
951-287-8518.
You had to squint, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I can't see, man. I'm blind.
Hey, I'm blind in
Both
one eye.
eyes.
I'm blind in one eye and can't see out the other because I look around corners every time. All right. But anyways, folks, if you ever get hurt in an accident, it's not your fault. You know, Joshua Nagar, he's a really good attorney. Man, I'll tell you what, he'll get you what you need, and he'll take good care of you. So make sure, the numbers up on the top of the screen. He is a personal injury attorney. He does also real estate, auto accidents, personal injuries. He does civil litigation and probate. So give him a call. Tell him the crazy guy with the lazy eye with him&inews.com sent you. And one other thing I know, we out here in the Southern California area where it's always real hot. And it sometimes gets muggy, and the bugs start running. You get roaches, and they running in to try to get some cool. So what they do, they end up in your house, and it's just a pest to get rid of those pests out of your house. So what do you do when you have bugs, man? I got a guy with a plan in his hand. His name's Gary Williams, ladies and gentlemen, with On Guard Pest Control. He does all the following services that you see on the screen. A lot of people have been having issues with bed bugs. And those things, I tell you, those things are hard to get rid of. So he's got a way to do it. So go check him out. Give him a call. He is the cheapest. See you later, lady. Don't be out there driving crazy like I would if I drove. Uh, anyways, Lori's over there about to fall off the table over here. On Guard Pest Control is the best person to call. He's family owned and operated, and he's cheap as can be. And if you mess with my tater again, Lori Kane, I swear I'm gonna throw something at you. All right, one other sponsor we got. I know a lot of people. Your cars are spitting and sputtering and acting up, breaking down, and you're just like, what the heck is wrong with my damn car now? Well, don't get ripped off. Get charged an arm or leg. Robert Robinson over here on Esplanade, he said he won't charge you an arm or leg. He just wants your toes. That's all. He's located over there right across the street from Valley Wide. He's got a little shop right there. I can't remember the address. I think it's 341 West Esplanade, East Esplanade, something like that. It's on Esplanade. But Robert actually does all the work on our vehicles. He does a really good job. Never had any problems with him. Really good and honest. He just works hard for his money and also likes to take care of the community as well. So Robinson's. Contact Robert Robinson. That's Robinson. Tell him the crazy guy with the lazy eye sent you with him at news. So I want to say one more shout out. I know we got a lot of skateboarders out here. What's that? Oh, yeah, I got to mention those people. We're going to be having a skateboard contest, folks, over here in Hemet at 500 South State Street, right over here by Dogo Dogs. Sorry about that. They got the skate shop over here. I told them I would give them a shout out. This is going to be on October the 22nd. I believe that's going to be this Saturday, I think. It's going to be all entries, 1 year anniversary skating contest. They're going to have music, raffles, and more prizes for the first, second, and third place. For the contest sign up, just come in and be here at 11 a.m. in the morning, and the contest starts at 1 o'clock. All skateboards must sign a waiver to skate. So that way, if you bump your head, you ain't going to try to, sue them and all that good stuff. So make sure you come on down this Saturday and get on to the skateboard contest. And one more thing we've got is, Ricardo was just telling me, I'm going to let you talk about these people. Let me know, where they at? What'd you do? Here, you change your phone right there. J&J Services. Tell everybody what J&J does, and then we're going to let you go so I can try to get my tater before Lori King eats it all. Here you go.
And we do have one more person. It's J&J's Document Services, located at 211 North State Street in Hemet, Suite 208. And what they do there is they do like divorces services, custody support, visitation, domestic violence, probate, immigration, notaries, and a lot more. You could give Julie a call. She's actually my sponsor. You give her a call. It's 951 287 287-5519.
I may need to get her number because I'm fixing. Wait a minute. You say domestic dispute? Yeah, domestic violence, folks. I'm over here getting ready to have to. Lori's going to have to call her because I'm fixing to whip her over here. I'm going to beat her up. She's over here throwing food at me.
Yeah, I just got a lime straight
It's
to my
already,
head.
it's already
So,
stealing my food already. Now she's throwing it at me.
so yeah, you could get, go on their website. It's www.jdocprep.com.
What's that again?
It's www.jdocprep.com.
Folks,
Come on,
this
guys.
is the
What's
crazy
going
guy
on?
with the lazy eye with Hemet News. I definitely appreciate you guys and girls supporting us and following us. I do ask everybody right now, we are getting at around 24,600 something viewers. We're steadily climbing. Each person that we get is an extra set of eyes that we have out here watching the community. What you trying to do?
I hold your black microphone here.
My black microphone. Shut up, boy. But anyways, folks, every member we have out here is another set of eyes that we have to actually look out for each other in our place. We do ask you that anything that if you out and about and you see something going on, I know you got a cell phone, everybody's got a camera on them, so take a picture, take a video of it, submit it to us, and if it's newsworthy, and we will approve it. And that's just, community news for the community by the community. And the Hemet Police Department, they follow our group a lot. They've actually thanked us for what we do because it helps solve a lot of crimes because everybody's out there posting and commenting on what they see. So definitely do me a favor. Make sure you do invite your friends and tell them to come join Hemet News. We're not just Hemet. We do cover the Hemet, San Jacinto, and the whole Valley area. We've got news reporters from here all the way out to Corona, which I will introduce you to one of our Corona news reporters. He's over shaking his head. I ain't getting on camera. So, but Chris Oliver, follow him as well. He's out here with us right now. But anyways, that's about all I got to say. I'm over here trying to get off of here so I can eat this tater before Lori Kane gets it. But make sure everybody do please share this post. Comment below that you've shared it. And for each person that shares this post, we're going to draw a name at the end of a 7-day week period. Once we draw a name, the winner is going to win a free Dogo Dog combo on behalf of the crazy guy with the lazy eye and Ricardo Ruz.
How you say that? Ricardo Relas.
Man, I can't get that. Or I'm a redneck. I can't roll my tongue like you.
Ricardo Relish.
Relish? Oh, you're part relish now? Damn, man.
Just say relish.
Okay, so if I say Ricardo Relish sent you, they're not going to ask you what size jar you come in?
I'm the big pickles.
You're the big pickle with a small pickle, right? A big fluffy. What you ever turning red for?
Oh, it was this.
Don't blame it on that pepper, because it
right here.
it hasn't even been bitten onto, so don't even give me that excuse. One more time. I'm going to let you off the hook. Don't worry about it. But anyways, folks, make sure that you do, click that subscribe button down below. Make sure you do subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you do get notifications on when we are going live. We will be beginning, hopefully next week, we're going to be beginning to bring you live stream news on scenes and everything. And if Lori King, you don't stop, I'm going to reach over and throw this pepper at you. But share this post. Let everybody know where you found out about Dogo Dogs. And come on down here at 500 South State Street right here in San Jacinto and get your Dogo Dog and Crazy Tater and the Crazy Nachos. And we are next week, folks. We are going to, not next week, but coming up soon. We're going to be having the Crazy Guy with the Lazy Eye hot wings, folks. And it's going to be my special sauce. And I will be coming down here sometime this week as well. And I want to show you how the Crazy Tater is made because I'm going to go back in the kitchen and I'm going to cook it myself. So you're going to have a Crazy Tater made by a crazy guy with a lazy eye, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close this show, folks. Make sure you tell them on down to Doggo Dogs. And make sure you tell them Crazy Guy with the Lazy Eye with HimandINews.com sent you. Good night, folks. I was going to mention her name also sent you, but since she was stealing my food, I don't think I'm going to do it. But yeah, make sure you tell Lori Kane sent you too. All right, folks, good night. Have a good one. Make sure you share this post, comment below. Hey, you know, we may not be professional. We rednecks over here just having a good time, telling you what the news is and sharing everybody's words. Make sure you do tune in next Friday as well. We will be interviewing the mayor of Hemet. Let me see, where's it at? Oh, that's right. Here, hold that up. Bonnie Wright. We're going to be having Bonnie Wright up in here with Miss Crystal Roos from San Jacinto, who's going to be also running for San Jacinto City Council, who is going to be running against James Pangrazzi. What the heck is she bringing in here? Oh, Doggo Dogs is fixing to be bringing some more treats. They bringing in another refrigerator or something over here. So, they're fixing to be offering something new over here. All right, well, folks, be tuned in with us. Keep out a lookout for the interview with Miss Bonnie Wright. And where's my other sign at right here? And make sure you support us, folks, and vote yes on Measure U. All right, have a good night. And again, the crazy guy with the lazy eye is going to get real crazy, and we're going to shoot a little commercial outside, and I'm going to go out there and hang upside down by my feet on the top banister and eat me a taco. Good night, folks. We out of here. Make sure you share. Good night. Bye. Yes, sir. It stops. Oh, right there.